Right, let me just see if I can set this up. Are you alright there? Oh, it's the best I can do. Hello. Just sort myself out, you know. Walk on. Oh, jeez. Why have you got that big coat on, Joseph? 'Cause it's cold. Why don't you put your heating on, Joseph? It's my choice. If I don't want to put my heating on, I won't. I'm used to this, you know. My hands get cold, but I get myself warmed up quite easy. Yeah. What have you been doing, Joseph? What have I been doing? You want to know? I had an encounter with an angel. Oh yes. Have you ever had an encounter with an angel? Oh, I have. Oh yes. When it's cold, you know, your nose runs a bit, doesn't it? It's not as if I've got COVID or anything like that. Yeah, an angel. I said, hello, what are you doing here? He said, I've come to see you. I says, oh, it's lovely to see you once again. He says, I've got something for you. Oh, I says, another present. He says, I'm afraid so. I says, well, you better come in. Come on in. Show us what you got. Anyway, came in. And he told us all the things that was going on. Oh yes. Very good things. Very good things. He's called Jack. Just Jack. Jack, and he came. And he brought the most wonderful gift. Oh yes. It all went up in smoke though. Aye, went up in smoke. His words and my words went up in the smoke. And our father was listening to the whole conversation. Oh yes. So, Jack. Well, he received a gift from me. Oh yes. Were the beans? Were the beans, Jack? Magic beans. Oh, magic beans. Anyway, we opened the treasure, and there it was. He said, that's amazing. What you've just shown me there? I said, yes, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah. So he went away. When I opened up the treasure chest, I gave him some magic beans. And he went off. All jolly. Oh, yes. Anyway. Yeah. I've been out on my walks as well, you know. Oh, yes. Not that you're interested, I know. Well, why have you called in? Why have you called in? Yeah? Just to laugh at me? Am I just a laughing stock? Would you like some tomatoes? And put me in the stocks and throw some tomatoes at me? Would that make you? Oh, yes. Can you imagine that? Me in the stocks? With my hair? Yeah? Make sure you cut short. Put it straight in there. So I can eat it. Okay? Because it costs a fucking bob or two now. Tomatoes. In the UK. Oh, yes. It might cost a fucking pound. A pound of tomato. Very shortly. Oh, yes. So make sure it's a good shot. Okay. We don't want any waste. It annoyed me the other day. I saw this party where they throw oranges at each other. Oh, what a waste. I was shocked. Shocked. Is this the way to treat food? Huh? What did Jesus do? What did Yeshua do? Even though there was lots left from the 2 fish and the 5 barley loaves, there was basketfuls left over. He wasn't going to just waste it. Like these oranges. Oh no. No. And we have to become more resourceful. There was a lesson in that, wasn't there? Yeshua didn't care about, oh, it's just a miracle, I can just do it again. No. That's not the way that's not the way Yeshua thinks. No. And the world has become very wasteful. Hasn't it? How much do you waste? Come on, be truthful. Look in your fridge. Open it up. Oh, that's gone off. No, it's gone off. No, it's gone off. Waste. Oh, waste. No, don't think I'm getting at you. I'm just saying. That's the frequency of Yeshua. There's no waste with him. No. 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 Anyway. Why am I on here? Is that some sort of introduction, Joseph? I don't know. I just come up with things. I don't know what to say. I get on here and I think, Father, what on earth am I going to talk about? I've got that many things in my head. I don't know what to talk about. So I've got one thing. I know I've got to talk about one thing. Oh yes. And what I'm going to do is, if you're still here, are you still here? It looks lovely warm in here, doesn't it? Well, I'm warm. As you can see, I've got a lovely coat on. A nice coat. I've been thinking about a lot of people. Oh, yes. You know, when I went for my walk today, I walked through all the fields, and I was looking up at the sky, and here are 6 eagles flying high. They got to the point where I was, 2 split off, and 4 came and flew over to the northeast coast. I went further on, and then I came to this big field. Big field. And there was sheep there. I was so quiet. I crept up on them and they didn't even know I was there. But when they saw us, they were freaked out. They were freaked out. So I observed them. There was lots. There had been 200, 150. And then me memories started flooding back about being a shepherd. Oh yes. As I observed one, I noticed it was walking a certain way. Then my memory came back. All animals have their own unique walk. The sheep, when you look at them, the way they walk, as humans, just humans, all walk the same way. You tell a person by his walk, or her walk, yeah, there's no difference between sheep. And then you've got the different shapes and the different characters. And you've got those who just want to be with certain groups because that's their family line, and there's other family lines in it mixed. The shepherd, ancient shepherds, knew every single sheep by name. He even names every one of them along with his family or whoever's working with him. He may have a son who he's training up, and the son will also learn every sheep that is born or a lamb that is born. He will know. He may even be given the privilege of giving it a name, right? And that boy grows up to be a shepherd like his father, and he knows everything about the character of the sheep and the rams, and how dangerous rams can be, and what an incredible training for anyone to have. Anyone who is a shepherd could rule, would know how to manage in any environment with people, because he transfers that knowledge into the shepherding of people. Now, think about it. Fathers allowed great power to shepherds in the world today. How you may say, what is a shepherd? Anyone who's put in power over anyone is a kind of shepherd. Yeah. So that includes governments, any organisation, any corporation. So you have the shepherds. And if a shepherd has not been trained if he's been trained of shepherds that are not shepherds, they just copy what they've been taught, and they get buttered off the rams, the sheep, they can be dangerous. And those in politics realise when they're dealing with sheep, the people, they can become rams and ram you and fucking kill you. So, you shepherds, watch out for the rams. The rams are not going to tolerate any shepherds that are not part of his flock. The rams know who the true shepherd is. Oh yes. Who is the true shepherd? Who are the true shepherds? Once again, the 144,000 are put in place so they have to understand the mind of the shepherd. There's much to be said about how a shepherd thinks. When he's with the sheep, he knows every single character, never forgets their names. Let's say you have an organisation. You're the top guy or the top lady. Do you know everybody who's working under your shepherding? Do you? Or are they just a number? Oh, let's put these sheep here. Let's just put a fucking number on them. What number are you? 666. Well, clock in and then clock out when we tell you to. That's the kind of shepherd you've got to do. Is the number yet? Oh yes. Oh yes. So, I wasn't meant to talk about it, Father. What's going on? My father says, no man has seen me. No one. He said to me, I want you, Joseph, to open their eyes so they can see me. Me? Open eyes to see Father? No man can see Father. Can they? Have you seen? His spirit. Flesh cannot see. Spirit. Ah, but I can feel him. Always. Can you feel something that's invisible? Have you ever felt something that's invisible? Oh, yes, Joseph. A magnet. You put a magnet, a north and a north together, you feel a push away. It's magic. No, it's not. But it's like magic because you can't see it. You can't see the frequency pushing away. No. I try and make it as basic as I possibly can, you know. Let me just where do I start, Father? Where do I start? start with the scripture. Oh, I've got an ancient text for you. If you're not interested in the ancient text, I'll be reading it from this here. Look, this book here. This is. This is it. The Interlinear Bible, Hebrew, Greek, English. That's what it is. It has numbers in it. They're tying with the Strong's. This book ties in with the Strong's book. Oh yes, you know the numbers in the Strong's. It gives you the numbers and it's all in here as well. Ties in. You need the two books. You need this one, and I think I've shown you the other one. It's got a big tray on this. It's called the Strong's Concordance. It's online, but the numbers, the Strong's, I can look at the numbers on this, and it'll tell us, it'll take us to whatever. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm going to read you this. Listen carefully now. Let me see. These glasses are not very good. What can I use? What can I use? Let me see. Is there anything? Anything at all? I'm sorry about this. Just hold on. There's a magnifying glass, I'm sure. Somewhere. Oh, where are you? I've got one somewhere. Oh, I don't know where it is. Let me see. Do you know, I've been looking at that light, and it's put a light in front of my eye where it's like a blind spot now, because I'm looking at this false light. It's yeah, I cannot see. I'll tell you what, I'll give myself a little bit of time to see if my eyes adjust, and I'm going to show you this. That ancient text is actually from first book of John. It's the Greek scriptures wrote 2,000 years ago, a long time ago. And these Greek scriptures here have been translated into English, word for word. So when I read that, it'll not sound like a Bible that you read in English, because they've tried their best to give you word for word translation of the Greek into English. Okay. Let me just show you this. Have you ever seen these before? Yeah? You see this? See how this turns inside out? Yeah? How many times can I turn this inside out? How many movements? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 6, and we have this box is made up of 4, but split in 2, so it's 2 folding all the time, 2 folding all the time. Now when I try and explain my father, you can't see him, can you? Just like you can't see the magnet flux. But you know he's there. You know he's there. Just like you know the magnet's real. Yeah. So how can I show you Father? By illustration. Now when you think about an artist, there's a bit of art that I did. Okay, it's just a watercolour. Yeah. When you look at someone's art, you can see the mind of the artist. So when I move out of here, someone can see my mind, what was in my mind, because it's all from memory. There's nothing copied on this at all. It's all from, I was just feeling it as I was doing it. Feeling it as I was doing it. Visualising it, feeling it, and I was doing it. No copying at all. It's not finished. There's much more to do. I would like to make it into 3D, raise it out. But get what I'm trying to say? Without seeing me in the future, even if these people don't see me, they can see me, my mind left in the art. And they can study it. I can study stonework and see the mind of the stonemason at the time, because I see some problems that he had to get over a certain height, and the problems that he solved, and I see it. So I see his mind, even though I've never seen the man or the woman. And that's much like with my father, with our father. So everything, every single thing that you can think of, touching, whatever it is a product of Father. You can study it. Doesn't matter whether man's made fabric from it. There's always a history within anything that has been created. And that's the same with the earth as well. You have layers of proof of history that is embedded in the eons of time, going back right to the beginning when Father created this earth, the most beautiful place. And then interference came in. Then we had interference with genetics, our father's genetics. That's why you have so many unusual animals